Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajmain. Bismillahilladzi la yadurru ma'asmi syu'adi wa la fis sama' wa huwas samiul alim. Qala rabbi sadri wa yassir li amri wa khluq 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Hari ini Khamis 21 Mei 2020 dan malam ni adalah malam yang ke-29 Ramadan 1441, malam ganjil terakhir pada Ramadan tahun ini. Mungkinkah Lailatul Qadar akan berlaku pada malam ni? Teruslah beribadat. Semoga jika berlaku kita akan mendapat rezeki yang terbaik di atas muka bumi ini, iaitu malam 1000 bulan. InsyaAllah kita sama-sama berdoa Syawal akan muncul sama ada hari Sabtu ataupun Ahad minggu ini. Esok Jumaat akan dilakukan aktiviti melihat anak bulan Syawal. Kita mungkin dapat tahu selepas maghrib, sebelum isyak esok malam, sama ada kita akan berhari raya pada hari Sabtu ataupun hari Ahad, dan berhubungan kita akan bersolat Aidilfitri berjemaah di rumah, dan mungkin pertama kali kita akan menjadi khatib dan imam solat Aidilfitri. InsyaAllah kita doa-doa, mungkin ada fadilat dan hikmah dan kebaikan dalam keadaan MCO ni. Sama-samalah kita doakan yang terbaik, dan jika Ramadan ini boleh dijadikan dan didoakan semoga menjadi bulan Ramadan yang terbaik dalam kehidupan kita sehingga hari ini, insya-Allah. Sama-sama kita doakan. How a maintenance work is being performed, being generated and being performed. As you know that I have been working in a plant environment for quite some time. I was the maintenance manager. I was a turnaround manager for a big multinational company in Gebeng, Kuantan. Used to be Amoco and also BP Chemical. I work with Amoco at least for 10 years, and I've been doing a lot of engineering and maintenance activity, maintenance and engineering assignment while I was working for them. This I'm talking about for a big company. How the maintenance work is being ordered, being executed, and returned back and hand over back to the end user. When we talk about the end user, normally it comes from the operation. Majority of the work will be requested by the operation department, operation unit, because they are the owner of the unit. They are the core department which have the responsibility on the equipment for production of the final product. So normally the work notification will be generated by the operation department, which will go to will be sent to the planning department of the maintenance department. When I say it will be sent, majority of this big company are using the CMMS, which is the computerized maintenance management system. It's all online, basically, but using the intranet. Instead of internet, they are using internet within the company itself. So using the CMMS, which is most popular, is SAP. So using the SAP, they will generate the work notification. It will go to the maintenance department, planning unit, and the planners will be doing the planning and scheduling for the work on the maintenance manpower requirement, on the machinery and tools requirement, uh, and also the material availability, which normally will be connected to the warehouse, which reserve or which keep all the spare part, or if not, the warehouse unit will be ordering the parts from outside or from the supplier outside. So planner will do the planning and scheduling once everything is in order, the manpower, the machinery, the material has been reserved, work order will be generated to the maintenance execution team. So once the maintenance crew or maintenance team receive the work order, they will start to coordinate with the operation in terms of the getting the system hand over to them, or to get a system which has been put off operation if required by the operation people, for the maintenance team to work in terms of safety, to avoid any risk while working in the live environment. There might be some occasion that the maintenance people have to work with the plant is still operate and running, but we have a very high stringent safety requirement. So once the coordination has been coordinated and a green light or has been approved by the operation, then the maintenance crew will start to work on the hands-on on the system or the equipment which require the maintenance work or repair of any kind of physical overhauling of the system or the equipment. So there will be a lot of inter-department coordination from the engineering, from the inspection, from safety, while the work is being performed, or maybe the requirement during the work itself, any abnormality, any findings which require support from other department to make sure the recommendation or the report has been captured, the inspection has been collected, and any report and solution will be provided to the maintenance team to do any sort of repair to put back the system or the equipment back to a normal running condition. So there's a lot of detail, but I just want to share with you the first tier step and how the work is being done. Once the maintenance work, they do the repair, they do the overhauling, and then they will once everything is over, they will hand over to operation, telling them that the system or the equipment has been repaired or has been overhauled, and they can restart the system. And the maintenance crew will go back and close the work order. Okay, I did mention that. Remember that the planner will issue a work order to the maintenance crew to start work. Once they are completed in the field, they have to close the work order, attaching any reports, any inspection report, any to detail up what part is being used, what part has been replaced, and how many crew, how many hours has been done. So they have the supervisor, mainly the supervisor or the foreman, have to do the closing and to do the report. So this is how the maintenance steps are being carried out. Either the unit has been partially shut down for the maintenance, or the whole unit has been shut down for the maintenance work, or maybe the maintenance crew will have to work with the unit is still running in operation. But as I mentioned, the high requirement on safety precaution will be put during the work in the field. As I mentioned, a lot of some other pre-requirement that need to be carried out. Either they have to do this job safety analysis, job hazard analysis, site sighting, hazard, and everything is have to be done prior to the work of the maintenance. Depending on how crucial or how critical the work, the requirement is being put forward to them. But on normal occasion, as you know, that shutting down a unit will be considered decreasing of or loss of production to the operation. So the time spent on the maintenance work is a very critical, it's very high priority to have back the system online. So a good planning, a thorough planning between operation, maintenance, and other department are required, and put a lot of attention on it, so that we can get back the system back in running in due time. So this is basically it sounds similar to what you guys are doing, but as I mentioned, when you're talking about the 24-hour running of plant, a big plant, any downtime is a lost production to the people, to the company, and a lot of wastage will be involved in the manpower, the wastage on the bringing down the unit, consider not quality product which need to be dumped into the waste treatment and all these things. So as I mentioned, it sounds like similar, but it's not. It's a very stressful moment in terms of good planning, in terms of the execution, in terms of expecting the unit to be back running, either by top management, middle management, and lower management. We will focus in terms of bringing back the unit if the unit is very critical unit for the production. So as I mentioned again, a very straight step. Operation work notification is being submitted to maintenance. Maintenance planning will prepare and will issue a work order to the maintenance team. The maintenance team will coordinate with the operation and to execute the work in the field. Once it's being handed over, when it's completed, it's being handed over to operation, and the maintenance team will go back and close the work order with the report in a safely manner, in a quality workmanship, in due time and in within cost. So everything what we have shared is all come back. If you look at it, 3 areas: safety, quality, schedule, and cost. These are the elements, the key performance area which we'll be looking at. As I mentioned before, 80% of the success is due to good planning, and we can't have a bad attitude while we're doing the work. As I mentioned also, 90% of the failure is because of the attitude. So think about it. Maybe you want to review what you are doing similar than what I just shared with you, and if anything that you want to share with me, join me on my FB group, My Engineers. I am Rasidi Norman. I will talk to you again, inshallah, and maybe Selamat Hari Raya. Maybe we can talk again tomorrow or before. We'll see. Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.